welcome back to the Roger Reviews channel, and today we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series armor from the Mandalorian line. So up here in the front of the package, you can see the figure that is included, along with the accessories. Down here, you can see the description of the line that the figure is from, along with their name. And here on the side has some awesome artwork of the armor herself. And like I've mentioned before, by adding more and more characters, you can create a mural by expanding the collection or the line. So here's the Incinerator Trooper we just reviewed, alongside the armor. And in the back of the box, you get a bigger portrait of the character with a description and the number in which the character falls into the line. Here's the side of the box, here's the top, and here's the bottom. So, I'll go ahead and unbox the character, and we'll go on with the review. So here she is. I'll take off this plastic tray. I'll take out her tools. So here she is out of the box, and man, look at that armor. It really shines, and you can see all the different colors, from this rose gold they used on the chest piece to that golden helmet, and all of those matching colors like that brown and that bluish gray that they used for her outfit. Works really nice with the character. So I'll go ahead and review from top to bottom. As far as the head goes, you can see that there is a lot of swivel action. You get a lot of movement, and that is helped out with the ball joint, but right now I'm seeing, and she also has an unpainted head, similar to the Mandalorian and the Boba Fett figures. Hasbro usually adds that to characters with helmets, just to make sure that the helmet itself doesn't mold around or, sort of bends in and things like that. So that's why they add that unpainted head. I wonder if it's an unpainted, like, clone head like the other ones are. Be interesting to see. And also, she is on a ball joint on not only the head part but the neck, so that helps out a lot to get all the way back here. There's her looking down, and here's side to side. You get a lot of movement. And also look at that visor, the amount of detail that's put into it. There's some horns up here. Here's the back of the helmet. So really nice. And then here at the chest piece, it is very shiny and it reflects a lot of light, which is really nice. And it is on a ball joint, but you don't really get that much movement. And I believe it's because of the cowl. And it is a separate piece, as you just saw. And it has some nice coloring to it. It has some browns and some grays in there. There's the peg to put on the back. So here's her without the cowl. You can see that the armor does continue in the back, alongside these shoulder pads that are made of a looser plastic. So I'll go ahead and I'll review the arms with and without the cowl. So you can see that the arms themselves are on their own ball joint, so it offers a lot of movement back and forward. The same for this arm too. And the arms themselves go all the way around. Here at the elbow, there is some swivel action. And here at the hands, there is some movement along with the wrist. Goes down, goes up, and the same for the other side. Swivel action at the elbow and movements at the hands. To attach the cowl piece, you just have to get on top of that peg, and it goes over really nicely. Doesn't drop at all, and it's even supported here on the shoulder pads. But as you can see, that's as high as you're going to get before it interferes with the cowl. So I'll put that back, and the same for this arm too. Down here at the waist, here at the belt, you can see that there's some detail, like some pockets. This gold and silver, I don't know what that is. Like a little pouch, maybe. Has some nice coloring too. You can see that there's some tan in there, some darker brown. And then, of course, it does come all the way around and wraps with this big tan piece in the back. And just before I go lower, you can see that there's some nice detail to the shoulder pads and the gloves. It's kind of a nice feel to them, like a grid. So that's some nice detail right there. Here at the legs, you can see that the skirt is a separate piece. It is made of a flimsy plastic, so you can get some good movement. Legs stick out about there without interfering. As long as kicking outwards, she can actually go into a sitting position. And it doesn't interfere at all with the skirt, as you saw it laid down nicely, so that's good to know. And there's some nice detailing back here on the skirt. Continuing with the legs, you can see that there is some swivel on the upper part of the leg. The same can be said for this side too. And there's some nice stripes going alongside the pants. The knees themselves do move on their own, and there is no double knee, so that's as far as you're going to get as far as probably a kneeling position, but that's as high as the legs will go back. Here at the boots, you can see that there is some rocker ankles here at the feet. Feet kick about there, and they go up about there. Here at the boots, as you can see, they are almost like chaps. They come riding along the boot, and it has this nice darker brown, where the actual boot is more of a tan color. The only other accessories other than the cowl are these tongs, or like pliers that she uses when she's forging. They come in this nice silver color, and they have some nice detail to them. They do not open, but they do have some flexibility to equip them to the figure. And her other accessory is her hammer, coming in a nice silver color for the plastic, and some nice detail work. For equipping the tongs, you simply just open up the handles, and they slide right into the hands, and they fit pretty well without, popping out or getting all bent up, and they fit pretty even with both hands if they're like this, so you can get some nice action shots later on. The hammer is a little bit more forceful as far as putting it in. You would have to push in with the handle of the hammer and slightly turn to get it in there, but it does not come out at all and fits pretty well in her hands. And you can make some pretty cool action shots like this or like this. And you can see by all that articulation that the figure stands pretty well on its own, and it's all thanks to those rocker ankles keeping her pretty balanced on the table. So overall, I think it works. It is everything that the armor stands for and what she represents as far as in figure form or in the show. She, forges, and she's a blacksmith, crafting all that Mandalorian armor and always alongside her fellow Mandalorians. And I think it would go well in a set like of, maybe her giving the jetpack to the Mandalorian at the end of the season. And like I always say, whenever I'm displaying, or the way I like to do it is the box in the back and the figure in the front, kind of representing both ways to collect, either in box or loose. And this is just a little idea I like to share every time I review a figure. But I'm going to have to leave it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to leave a like. It helps support the video, and if you want to help support in a really, really big way, be sure to subscribe, because in the last video, I mentioned that I was going to do a 10 subscriber special to show you guys my top 10 rarest Black Series figures that I own, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to show you guys some of the figures that are in my collection that I haven't gotten to review yet. But yeah, be sure to help support the channel by doing both of those things, and I'll be sure to bring out more and more content every week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.